Good day, philosophers! Here's our Repititio on the personhood of the human being. By the way, my name is Erco Belleza.
And I am Nick Dunya.
And I am Christian Bicondesa.
I am Raymart Chalico.
And this is our question confronted by the excerpts. Is the human dignity of the person can be taken away from ourselves? So this is our thesis. So whatever circumstances may happen, the dignity of a person will remain and will never be taken away from him. So these are our supporting points. Supporting point number 1.
The dignity is in the innermost being of a person.
Supporting point number 2.
A person's dignity may be augmented at certain moments.
Supporting point number 3.
Human dignity is far more important than any other thing in the world.
So these are the personal experiences that illustrate each supporting point. So experience number 1.
So during the COVID-19 pandemic, even how remote our area was, the government still sacrificed itself just to give us a medical care and food with hypervigilance to prevent the spread of the virus.
Experience number 2.
During the time I became the youth president in our parish, every youth respected me and looked up to me.
Experience number 3.
Not my direct experience, but my classmates shared that she once had a friend that the authority was capturing because he was trying to give her money in exchange for a sort of prostitution.
Here's our valid objection to each supporting point. Objection number 1.
Although dignity is in the innermost, we cannot deny that external factors or events will have an impact and influence the dignity of one person. If he did something that would ruin himself, it would also ruin his dignity and the perception of others unto him.
Objection number 2.
Yes, the dignity of a person might be augmented, but there is also dignity that is being ruined. If that person fills up with his ego because of the privilege he has, he will also violate the dignity of another.
Objection number 3.
The problem with this is that every individual thinks differently. Some will value things more than a person and prioritize possession more than a relationship, which will indignate the person.
So here's the answer to each objections. So answer number 1.
It is always important to remember that dignity is rooted fundamentally within oneself. And it is also important to consider the external and internal factors shaping the dignity of a person.
Answer number 2.
Encouraging a balance between self-confidence and consideration for others helps in avoiding the violation of another person's dignity.
Answer number 3.
Fostering open communication and mutual understanding is important. While individuals may have different perspectives, finding common ground and representing each other's values can contribute to upholding the dignity of all involved.
So here are the illustrates the answer. Here are the examples that illustrate the answer. So example number 1.
So, prostitutes, criminals, and even the worst people in the world have dignity. They still have the right to breathe, to live, and to reform themselves for the better after what they have done.
Example number 2.
A person who has the position must be aware of the importance and use of his power in the right directions.
Example number 3.
Realizing the value of meaningful connections for genuine fulfillment and dignity can result from encouraging open communication and understanding between people rather than focusing too much value on material belongings.
So here are the conclusions to paraphrase of the thesis that also sums up our answer to the objections. So human dignity is the inherent and unaffected by external influences. Internal and external forces shape it, balancing self-awareness, empathy, and considerations for others upholds this inherent dignity, ensuring its preservation and respect in all life aspects. So here's our the own insights on the answers. And insight number 1.
Knowing that everyone has a value deep inside remind us to respect ourselves and consider how outside things affect us. This means that individual worth and dignity are emphasized through self-respect and understanding how external factors influence our perception and ourselves and others.
Insight number 2.
Being confident while also caring about others is important for keeping good relationships and making sure everyone feels respected. Balancing self-assurance and empathy is important for positive relationships, promoting mutual respect, harmony, fairness, and fostering a supportive and positive atmosphere.
Insight number 3.
A world where everyone feels valued is fostered by active communication and empathy, which promote understanding, unity, and the strengthening of communities and societies. We must communicate, listen, and acknowledge that everyone has distinct perspective in order to create a world in which everyone is appreciated and to extend its realization.
So that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you.